season, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville.
And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Another good run there for a guy who on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught. He's got it for a touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the reserve, The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries.
They've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
And he's got Rodgers. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the 2nd round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph, but now with Smith, you diversify the offense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah,
I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this belongs to the Vikings. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Joseph on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he'll bang that one through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over.
The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And they have been popping the ball free here seemingly at every turn. I mean, let's watch all these fumbles they've created.
That's really good coaching, and it's excellent execution because everyone talks now about tackling, and that second guy in, what do they want to do, partner?
Scrape it loose.
Scrape it loose, pop it free, and everyone's doing a really good job of that, and we're seeing it in evidence here today.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Tannehill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing fumbles cause because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. At the 23-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Vikings 28, Titans nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he's got it up and through. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Titans first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Derrick Henry on the
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Here we go.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, here's Cousins. On the crossing route, complete. That's Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas. Good job.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he can run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted, absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence is right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes it's just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Joseph on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Tannehill on 1st down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
$14 seconds, all that's left in this first half as they come up on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Yeah, they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Steelers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His 5 touchdown passes have him on a record pace. As for the call of the second half, we'll turn it back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. Touchdown. Ready, C.J. Ham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And when a smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Oh, look at that. 2 spins. Oh, now he bowls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he loses the football a second time.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Vikings.
And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He may try and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To the air again, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Tannehill's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Refusing to go down. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up here in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. It's a fumble return to scoop and score for the Vikings. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's second down.
Like Patrick Peterson.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. Look at this spin.
Balance.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this belongs to the Vikings.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team, switch jerseys over him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Harrington Evans on the return. The Titans take over first and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say that's it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburghs.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
But you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rain.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
How I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Change, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?